Welcome back to Worldwide Exchange. OpenAI is set to join the ranks of Budweiser, Doritos, and Uber Eats in shelling out millions to get 30 seconds of primetime exposure during the Super Bowl. The Wall Street Journal reporting the maker of ChatGPT is expected to air its first TV commercial during the big game on Sunday. It's the company's biggest advertising push so far. Google, Microsoft, and Anthropic promoted their AI products and ads during last year's game. All right, it has been a bit of a rough ride for shares of Flutter since they reported last month. The customers, they've been riding an unprecedented winning streak, but with Super Bowl Sunday just around the corner, DraftKings and the rest of the industry, they're really hoping for a turnaround. Our Contessa Brewer joins us now, live from New Orleans. Looks like you're having a good time down there, Contessa. Good morning.
Very well done there, Frank. I've been hearing a lot of it, and I think you just nailed it. You know, Super Bowl really is a super opportunity for the nation's sports books, with lots of eyeballs and enthusiasm around the game, even from casual or non-sports fans. The whole football season has been a boost, though. GeoComply tells us there's been a 20% jump in the number of betting accounts this season, and the industry expects this Super Bowl to set records once again for the amount wagered, $1.39 billion. That only counts bets in legal, licensed sports books. Last year, the American Gaming Association estimated all gambling, including illegal and offshore, to be more than $23 billion. I mean, that really illustrates here the juggernaut that is unlicensed play. This year, sweepstakes-based gambling has exploded. You've got Kalshi and Crypto.com offering trades on the game through the predictions markets. Robinhood just this week yanked similar offers off its site. I asked the NFL about gambling through these commodities markets.
We need to make sure that integrity is first. And if law enforcement agencies or other agencies don't have those sorts of structures in place to ensure that integrity can be kept first and foremost, and it can be regulated in a way that is sensible, we're going to have issues with it.
The gambling industry most certainly takes issue with it. After all, companies like FanDuel and DraftKings, Caesars, and BetMGM have spent billions of dollars lobbying on legalization, on licensing, and customer acquisition. And states here may lose a lot of tax revenue. We'll have to see how that plays into the whole battle. The sportsbooks, meantime, are focused on the here and the now. Customers won so much during the regular season. The sportsbook took big hits to the bottom line. And the bettors are piling into these parlays and the prop bets ahead of Sunday's game. They're very popular, and if the favorites win, the sportsbooks lose. As it stands now, the Chiefs are 1.5-point favorites. And do not miss tomorrow when I'll talk to some of the biggest names in the industry, starting in Squawk Box tomorrow, the CEOs of the biggest sportsbooks across the nation, Frank.
So, Contessa, I don't know if you know this, I'm a big Eagles fan, huge Eagles fan. I'm sure you're seeing a lot of people with green shirts running around there. So what you're saying is, if the Eagles, who are 1.5-point underdogs, if they win this, that would be a shock. Would that potentially lead to more losses for these sports betting companies?
I mean, I think the thing is that the spread is so narrow between these two teams, and the hopes pinned on them are so high that probably Super Bowl profitability is not going to swing too far one way or the other, unless multiple favorites pay off in the parlays. Remember, when players are parlaying, they have not as great a chance of winning, but the jackpots are bigger, which is one reason that makes them so popular with the players, because, you know, it's like the lottery. When you've got $1 billion jackpot, it's a lot more fun to play, as though we wouldn't want a $300 million payoff. But I digress at this point. Right. Listen, if you love the Eagles, you should bet on your team and have fun watching them.